and enzymes is known as exocrine system, and the system which contains hormones as a chemical which is known as endocrine system. So glands associated with enzymes are known as exocrine glands, and the glands which is associated with hormones, that is known as endocrine glands. So let's talk about the enzymes which is found in our salivary glands, means composition of saliva. That is enzymes. There are two types of enzymes found in our saliva, that is known as ptyalin, and another name of ptyalin is salivary amylase. And students, remember, salivary amylase is a starch digesting enzyme. We will talk about the salivary action of salivary amylase on starch in our further video, when we will talk about the digestion in buccal cavity with saliva. So at that time we will discuss about the how do salivary glands help to digest the starch. And here you have to know only that the enzyme found in our saliva, that is known as ptyalin, and the another name of ptyalin is salivary amylase, and salivary amylase is a starch digesting enzymes. It digests starch. Clear, students? And the another enzyme which is found in our saliva, that is lysozyme. You might have heard before that lysozyme is the enzyme which help to kill the bacteria, means it help to killing the bacteria. Lysozyme is the antibacterial enzyme, and how it kills the bacteria, that it dissolve the wall of gram positive bacteria. When it act on the gram positive bacteria, it dissolve the layer which is found on the surface of bacteria. This antibacterial enzyme named lysozyme, it dissolves the wall of gram positive bacteria, and that's the cause of bacteria killing. Clear, friends? And all the bacteria kills by this way. So lysozyme is known as antibacterial enzyme, and it help to kill the bacteria. So these two important enzymes found in our saliva. One more important enzyme, that is known as salivary lipase or lingual lipase, are found in saliva in very less quantity. And students, this is some books are written, in some books that are not mentioned. I am already not mentioned this enzyme because it is found in inactive position, and it is inactive in saliva. There is no action performed by lingual lipase enzyme in saliva, so I am not mentioning here. So there are two important enzymes, ptyalin and lysozyme, I have mentioned here. So they are found in our saliva. So this is the second content found in our saliva. Come to the next content, that is known as ions. There are certain ions found in our saliva, that as sodium, potassium, chloride, magnesium and calcium. There are certain ions which is formed saliva. So this is the third content which is found in our saliva. Come to the next content, that is known as IgA antibodies. Clear, students? So less quantity of antibody is found in saliva. And which type of antibody found in saliva? That is IgA. And when we will discuss about the chapter number 4, we will discuss in detail the types of antibody. And here you must know that out of 5 antibodies, it is an important antibody which is found in saliva, very less quantity, that is IgA. So that is another content found in our saliva. Come to the next content, that is bicarbonate. Some bicarbonates are found in our saliva that are help in removing the acidity of food. You must know, students, that sometimes we eat the acidic food, which creates acidity in our buccal cavity. So bicarbonates which is found in saliva help to remove this acidity of food. So it is very important content found in our saliva. Come to the next point, lactoferrins, some an important antibacterial agent that is known as lactoferrin is found in our saliva. It is an antibacterial. Antibacterial means removing of bacteria, means killing the bacteria. It kills the bacteria as lysozyme. So it is important factor, it is important thing, it is important content found in our saliva, that is known as lactoferrin. Come to the next content, that is known as mucus, and mucus also called mucin, and you must know it help to make the food sticky and I mean to say slimy for transportation, for easy shifting to the next organ. So this is found in our mucus, and mucus plays another important function, that is it protects the buccal lining, inner lining of our buccal cavity from bacteria, from bad effects of other substance. So mucus protects our inner lining of buccal cavity. That is another function of mucus. And some important points related to our saliva I have written here, that if we talk about the pH of saliva, that is 6.8. So pH of our buccal cavity due to saliva is 6.8, which is slightly acidic. You must know, students, that 7 is the acidic, and below the 7 the acidity is increased, and above the 7 acidity is above the 7 the basic pH is considered, and on the 7 there is a neutral pH is considered. So it is slightly acidic, means near to the neutral pH. 6.8 near to the neutral pH. So what is the pH of saliva? That is 6.8. Come to the functions of saliva. So here there are functions I have already discussed, but some important functions are not described by me. I describe here that functions of saliva. First functions of saliva, that is it helps to lubricate food. It helps to lubricate foods. That's why food is easily shifted to the next organ of our digestive system. So saliva acts on the masticated food, which is masticating, which is chewed by our teeth. After masticating, saliva saliva mix up with the food, that's why food makes more easy to shift in the next organ. So saliva makes the food lubricates. Please students, help in digestion. Saliva also help in digestion, and it is antibacterial in nature. So this is the important terms, important role played by saliva. So students, this is all about our salivary glands. You must remember all the points. And students, one more thing, please prepare your notes as I shown here, and this is all about our salivary glands. In our upcoming video, next video, we will discuss about the next digestive glands, which is liver and pancreas, gastric glands. So that time we will see what's the point we have taken. So this is salivary glands. And one more thing I have said to you, that we are not discussed how to digest take place in our digestive system. We have just earlier discussed about the human digestive organs which help in digestion, not the process of digestion take place. Clear, students? And here we did not I did not mention the how to digestion process take place. I have already I am talking about only the glands which is associated, what is the location of these glands, what is the functions of these glands, what is the and what is the quantity of these glands to secrete their secretions. So I am not talking about the digestion process. That is the process of digestion we will study in our upcoming video when we will study about the process of digestion. So clear friends, that's the human digestive glands, and today we will study we have studied about the salivary glands. In upcoming video we will study about the next digestive glands, which is liver. So thanks a lot students for watching me, and prepare your notes. Please take my screenshot. Thank you.